Hey, today marks exactly 1 year since I started playing VRChat. On this day last year, I downloaded VRChat and unknowingly started what would be an incredible journey. I've met so many amazing, talented, lovely people, and I just want to share a bit of that story with everyone. For me, it all started in September of 2021. Lockdown due to COVID had been going for about 1.5 years, and even for an antisocial introvert like myself, I was feeling deprived of human contact and feeling trapped in my own home. I needed some time off work for a break for a bit, but with nowhere to go and nothing to do, I kind of put it off for a while. When I started burning out at work, I got desperate and decided that my only option would be to have a virtual holiday. After all, I had an old HTC Vive that had sat basically untouched for years. I started looking into games that would let me escape into virtual worlds. I wanted something where I could sit by a lake and eat, or visit another country, or explore an old house maybe. I'd heard of VRChat through the Knuckles meme and seen an occasional video here and there from Soda Poppin', but didn't really know much about the game beyond that. When I started looking into it a bit more, it seemed like exactly what I needed at the time. Not only could I do all of the things I mentioned before, it seemed like there was an active community, so it could be a good social outlet too. I booked my leave from work. That weekend, on the 18th of September, I downloaded the game, dusted off my headset, and clicked play for the first time. I'd cobbled together an awful setup using my one functioning base station propped up behind my monitor on a camera tripod, and was using my keyboard and mouse, as unsurprisingly after so many years my controllers weren't charged. I logged in using my Steam account, ran the tutorial, picked a default avatar, and dropped into a popular world suggested to me, which was the Black Cat. I wandered around for a bit and got to chatting with a small group of people who noticed I was new and invited me to talk with them. To be honest, I left feeling pretty unsatisfied with my experience. The conversation wasn't great. I hadn't really clicked with any of the younger people that I'd found to chat with, and started feeling a bit nauseous from being in VR for even just a short amount of time. I logged out, took a break, and continued looking up stuff about the game. Turns out there was a decently sized furry community present, and I noticed that Steam users were notable because of their username having 4 random digits at the end, so I created a VRChat account, and with the intent to find some furries, came up with the name Sticky Paw. Once my controllers were charged, I loaded in once more, still seated in my front of my PC. I found a furry world called Fur Hub near the top of the popular worlds list and went exploring, trying on and checking out different avatars, kangaroos, foxes, wolves, something called a best boy. I settled on a fennec fox and walked around. I met my first friend here, Echo. He was leaning up against a police car, some kind of fox thing with a police uniform. I commented my admiration for his avatar, and he thanked me and said that his friend had made it. He pulled out a gun and was shooting and reloading it, and he had full body, which I hadn't seen before. I was shocked at what was possible in the game. He started calling furries trash and started shooting at the other ones in the world, and I immediately clicked with his sense of humor. He noticed I was new and shared some public avatars and offered to take me around and show me some things. He's still on my friends list today, and I drop in occasionally to say hi if I see him online. The next day, I rearranged my PC and moved my VR setup to the lounge room for some more space, as I'd ended up smacking my monitor a few times while playing. I continued to hang out in Fur Hub and met more and more people. 2 standouts were Magoo and Sigma. This was the first time that I'd seen anyone drinking in VR, and I joined in and we got drunk together. Someone in a Vortex avatar from Hell of a Boss serenaded me by playing his guitar and singing Country Roads as we all rolled on the floor laughing, and I knew already at the end of my second day that this is where I wanted to be. Magoo and Sigma both had full body, and at the end of that night, I drunk ordered full body trackers, chargers, cables, a USB hub, a second base station, everything that I needed to join in properly. I was diving in the deep end. The next few weeks leading up to and including my break from work were an absolute whirlwind. I discovered Tatums and found an avatar I liked. I met new people every day, people I really started to click with. Most of them Australians, some from other places. I met Xavier, Stiff Yogurt, Flutters, Kiayo, David, Bo, Jaska, Bluka, Vincent. I met a mute girl called Mimi and her friend Unpainted. I met Fizzy, Poof, Cole, Jax, Woof Woof, Wyatt. I met Jahari and his partner Tenet, and I met Werewolf. We'd hang out together in a group in places like Adrift and Song of the Sea. I met the creator of Adrift, Merc. I met Caboose and Apollo. I met Scaly Bloke. The first friend group formed. Most of us were new to the game. I decided I wanted to be a Rex, but I didn't even know what they were called. But I went looking anyway. And then I found my first avatar that stuck. A white snow leopard with blue rosettes. It reminded me of Lok Nahak from World of Warcraft. And it became my identity. My new friends and I would go to game worlds together. Bo hypnotized David in VR. We'd sit for hours just chatting with each other. We learned about each other's lives and learned about ourselves. Then, only a week after I started playing, my full body trackers arrived. I think I must have spent the whole day just moving around in front of a mirror. I could move my feet, I could move my hips, I could lie down. It was awesome. Mimi showed me the comforts of VR cuddles. I fell asleep for the first time in VR with her in my arms, if only briefly. The next night, we intentionally went to sleep together, curled up in the secret area of a world. I started learning VR sign language. I began working on my own custom Rex, because I wanted something that was uniquely my own. But then, over the next few weeks, quite a few friends left, either temporarily or permanently, and I experienced my first down moment in VRChat, the first of many. Things felt a little boring and slow. I was moping around in a public world when I met some new people. I met Rev and Wicked, Messy, Video, Armor, Wheeled, Dull, Kitchero, Shro, Kai, Sideways, Renegade. I met Jahari's DJ friends, Ash, Corey, and Momo. And with new people came a knowledge of new worlds to explore together, new interesting people to get to know. I played Beat Saber in VRChat, and then started playing outside of VRChat too. I messed around with getting my avatar into Beat Saber and started recording myself. That's when I started this YouTube channel and began uploading. Eventually I got myself an index too. VRChat's full of ups and downs, just as life often is. People came and went, but we'd hang out in worlds and chat for hours as usual. Halloween came and we dressed our avatars up in costumes and visited spooky horror worlds. New Year's came and we had a party with friends DJing. I continued improving my own avatar and started doing commissions for other people. In March, I had my birthday party in VRChat. I fell in love and ruined a friendship. I went to a real-life convention with friends that I'd made in VRChat. I went to virtual furry conventions. I started DJing, performed my first ever set inside a VR club. I've watched others fall in love and I've watched them have their hearts broken. I've been there for the best times and the worst ones too. And they've been there for my best and my worst moments. A final shout out to some other amazing people that I met in my later half of playing VRChat, because I can't leave you without a mention. Zay, Wings, Charlie, Green, Jims and Orbe, Alta, Soup, Chocky, Miss Lilies, Teal, and Elfie. Everyone named in this video, I love you to bits. And if I've missed you, I'm so fucking sorry. It's always a risk when you name people, but look, VRChat's been an incredible journey that completely changed my life, and I'm endlessly thankful for everyone who's shared that journey with me and made it what it was. I've grown a lot as a person, and I've done things that I'd never thought I'd do, but anyway, I'll shut up and let the photos and videos speak for themselves. Enjoy.
Drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie. We'd play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. I still got my friends, they've been with me for some time, and it's nice to know that they still by my side. Friends are like stars, cause no matter how far, when it's dark outside, they will be your light. We'd play Halo, and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime.
We could play blank, blank 182, lay around the house and daydream till the afternoon, thinking about the times that we had when this was all that we knew, when this song was still new, when this all was still new. We could play blank, blank 182, summertime nights that we had, staring at the moon, laughing at our own jokes, acting like they were new. We'd only watch cartoons, but love and life is our tune. That we can never go back to this. And as we grow, we'll look back and miss our life. Cause we'll leave this time, we'll leave this home, and find lives of our very own. But we can play blank, blank 182.
We could play blink, blink 182, drive around our cars and pretend that we never grew, sneak out of the house every night. We were young and confused, we never made curfew.